Viewers, you're watching the Hard Facts and we are live from the CNN News 18 and Federal Bank Primetime Studio. What a day it's been, viewers, and what a night it's going to be. In about 2 hours, stay tuned because Amit Shah is going to open up. The Prime Minister lit the first spark and now Union Home Minister, speaking exclusively to News 18, has successfully fanned the flames. The Congress that thought it had put the NDA on the mat by daring the latter to agree to a caste census is seeing the NDA's biggest guns turning the tables upon it, at least perceptorially. That's how it is beginning to emerge. Amit Shah is accusing the Congress of planning to rob the OBCs of their share of the reservation pie by handing it over to Muslims. Amit Shah says that he's convinced because the party has done this repeatedly. Listen in.
कर्नाटक में उनकी सरकार थी, रातों रात कर्नाटक के सारे मुसलमान को बैकवर्ड बना दिया। ना बैकवर्डनेस का सर्वे हुआ, ना कोई कमीशन बना, धर्म के आधार पर सारे लोगों को बैकवर्ड घोषित कर दिया और उनको रिजर्वेशन भी दिया। अब ये रिजर्वेशन जो कटा वो ओबीसी का ही कटा है। इसी तरह से आंध्र प्रदेश में, संयुक्त आंध्र में जब उनकी सरकार थी, मुसलमानों को रिजर्वेशन दे दिया। तो ये किसका कटता है? एसटी, एससी, ओबीसी का ही कटता है।
Shah's remarks to Network 18, remember viewers, have been prefaced by Prime Minister Modi himself. The BJP's numero uno poll mascot has dared the Congress to prove its secular credentials and its commitment, most importantly, to OBCs. Modi has called upon the Congress and Rahul Gandhi to guarantee that they won't take a chunk of the OBC quota entitlement and hand it over to Muslims. He has asked them 3 questions and he says, guarantee me the answers. Listen in.
मेरी 3 चुनौतियां हैं कांग्रेस और कांग्रेस के पूरे इकोसिस्टम को। पहली चुनौती, कांग्रेस और उनके चट्टे बट्टे देश को लिखित में गारंटी दें कि वो संविधान बदलकर धर्म के आधार पर मुसलमानों को आरक्षण नहीं देंगी, देश को बांटने का काम नहीं करेगी। मेरी दूसरी चुनौती है, कांग्रेस देश को लिखित में दे कि वो एसटी, एससी, ओबीसी को मिलने वाले आरक्षण में सेंधमारी नहीं करेगी, उनका अधिकार नहीं छीनेगी, डाका नहीं डालेगी। मेरी तीसरी चुनौती है, कांग्रेस देश को लिखित में गारंटी दे कि जिन जिन राज्यों में कांग्रेस की और उसके साथियों की सरकार है, वो कभी भी वोट बैंक की गंदी राजनीति नहीं करेंगे। वो बैकडोर से ओबीसी का कोटा काटकर मुसलमानों को आरक्षण नहीं देंगी। ये मेरी 3 चुनौतियां हैं। साजादे, हिम्मत हो तो आ जाओ।
The Prime Minister is asking these questions because, viewers, he claims, as well as Amit Shah, that the Congress has done precisely these things in the past. It has sought to divide communities. It has also disadvantaged OBCs by, quote, looting, unquote, their share of the reservation quota and handing it over to the Muslims. Well, the hard facts do suggest that in Karnataka, it was the Congress that made, to begin with, a strong case for giving Muslims quotas under the OBC category in the mid-1990s when Veerappa Moily was the Chief Minister. Let me just take you through the chronology, viewers. The chronology is important. In 1990, the O. Chinnappa Reddy panel gave its report to the Congress state government. The panel recommended a number of things. But salient points are the following. The exclusion of creamy layer from the backward class quota. Now that's a pretty standard prescription. But it went on to say, maintain classification of Muslims among backward classes. So viewers, the Chinnappa panel said that within the OBC quota, the 27% quota, maintain a certain reserved share for backwards, Muslim backwards. In 1994, the Moili government created a new category 2 for Muslim reservation. The new category created on the basis of the Chinnappa panel's suggestions. The Deve Gowda-led government, because immediately after that, viewers, a new government was sworn in, there were elections. The JDS Deve Gowda-led government continued it when he took over as the chief minister. In 1995, Deve Gowda-led Janata Dal government gave 4% quota. So they specified the amount, 4% quota provision made by state within the 32% OBC quota. The government order cites the Chinnappa Reddy panel report. Then in March 2023, so you jump a couple of decades almost, viewers, the BJP government under Basavaraj Bommai scraps the 4% quota, distributed it equally among Lingayats and Vokaligas. So he takes from the Muslims and gives it to the Lingayats and Vokaligas. Lingayats and Vokaligas already had a 5% and 4% quota respectively. The Muslim share was then put under the EWS category, so that they, along with upper caste Hindus, can avail of benefits. In April 2023, ahead of the assembly polls, the Supreme Court pulls up the Bommai government. The apex court called the scrapping of the 4% quota flawed. The Bommai government informs the Supreme Court of the order being put on hold. It's of course not just in Karnataka where Muslim subcastes enjoy reservations under the OBC quota. There are other states too. And let me again acquaint you with the hard facts. In Andhra Pradesh, this was in the time when Andhra Pradesh was united. It hadn't been still split up. But after that, viewers, in Andhra, 4% quota for all Muslims in OBC category. In Telangana, 4% quota for some Muslim subcastes in the OBC category. In Kerala, a 10% quota in government jobs and 8% quota in educational institutions for all Muslims in OBC category. In Tamil Nadu, 3.5% quota for 95% of all Muslims, again given under the OBC category. In Bihar, quota for almost all Muslims in most backward caste category. So viewers, in most of these states, almost all Muslims have been categorized as backwards. Of course, in some of these states, the BJP is ruling and they haven't struck it down like they did in Karnataka, so questions can be asked. But fundamentally, viewers, this proclivity seems to suggest, for handing out these quotas at the expense of the OBC community, that there is a degree of appeasement going on, because the question must be asked as a moot one. How can an entire community be backward? Completely, from top to bottom. Especially a religious community. Are all Muslims backward, viewers? That's a point. But apart from that, viewers, of course, is the Prime Minister's question. Fine. He's telling the Congress, you find fault with my formulations, you think I'm spreading fake news, I'm fear-mongering, then come out and promise in the public domain that you won't do this. And that in your states where you are in power, you will actually revoke this and won't do it in the future either. 3 questions. Let's open this up. It's an important one, viewers. I want to first begin with Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Smita Prakash is also there with us, Sanjay Jha and Tehseen Poonawalla, all of them are ready, primed for this debate. So let me begin with you, Sanju Verma, because it's an important question. The manifesto makes no mention of it. Amit Shah has been talking about it. Mr. Modi has been talking about it. Not just talking about it, I mean, they have made it almost a shibboleth of their campaign. But if it's not in the manifesto, why should we be worried? Why, to quote the Congress, Are you fear-mongering, unquote? Can you tell our viewers what's going on?
Rahul, I'll dive straight into the question you've asked, but before that, people who are giving bhashan to the BJP about making this election communal, polarizing the narrative, they need to know that if there is anyone who's fear-mongering, it is Maria Khan, the daughter of Salman Khurshid, who has clearly said, जो हिंदू बीजेपी को वोट देते हैं वो तो ठीक है, बट जो मुसलमान बीजेपी को वोट देते हैं उनका हुक्का पानी बंद कर दो. Basically, if you're a Muslim and you choose to exercise your franchise and you give vote to the BJP, she's saying you will be disenfranchised socially, you will be made an outcast. Be that as it may, let's come to the moot point of the issue. The moot point is this, Rahul. You've mentioned about the Chinnappa Reddy Commission, there was the Miller Commission, there was the Venkataswamy Commission, there was the Havanur Commission, which came out with its recommendations way back in 1974, which were implemented in 1977. The reason I'm talking about all these commissions is that first and foremost, let's address that the key issue here, is about Karnataka, and all these commissions, they said that Muslims need to be given reservations on back of the fact that they are backward, not on the back of the fact that they are Muslims. So basically, if you are, say, Abdul, or if you are a Tom, or if you are a Gautam, you will be given reservation because this Abdul is backward, this Tom is backward, this Gautam is backward. Gautam is not getting a reservation because he is a Hindu, Tom is not getting a reservation because he is a Christian, Abdul is not getting a reservation because he is a Muslim. And in 1992, in a historic judgment, the Supreme Court categorically said that reservations on the grounds of religion are neither acceptable nor desirable. This is the apex court of the country laying down the ground rules. So for the Congress to come here and say कि अरे हम तो Supreme Court में विश्वास करते हैं, Supreme Court has allowed reservations. Yes, allowed reservations, but only to those Muslims who are backward. Now in Karnataka, the Siddaramaiah government gave a petition. The population of Karnataka is roughly 7 crores. Siddaramaiah says 12.92% of the Karnataka population is Muslim community, which means roughly 91 lakh people out of these 7 crore are Muslims. Imagine he has the audacity to say that this entire bunch of 90 lakh or 91 lakh people are all backward, which is absolutely the most illogical thing to say. But, the moot point is this. Why is it that the BJP, particularly the top brass, including Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah, are saying that the Congress is playing a devious game of divide and rule on the basis of this entire reservation narrative? I'll tell you why. In undivided Andhra Pradesh, way back in 2005, who was the chief minister? It was the Congress, which was in power then, Rajasekhara Reddy, and the Congress was also in power in the center. And they decided to carve out a separate quota for Muslims. There was already an existing quota of 32%, within which the Muslims were already getting benefits of reservation, but a separate quota was carved out. Then in 2006-07, when Karunanidhi was the chief minister in Tamil Nadu, the reservation that time overall was about 30 to 33%. And again the Congress party decided that 3.5% separate quota for Muslims will be carved out. Now, as recently as 2021, when Uddhav Thackeray was in power along with the likes of Rahul Gandhi and Sharad Pawar, this matter, by the way, went to the Supreme Court because they said we want to give a 4% separate quota within quota to Muslims in Maharashtra. And the Supreme Court said nothing doing because already you have crossed the upper threshold in Maharashtra for quota for reservation, which stands at 52%. So my limited point is this. Who gave quota within quota in undivided Andhra Pradesh to Muslims? It is the Congress party. Who gave quota within quota in Tamil Nadu way back starting in 2007? It was again the Congress party. Who refused to implement the 2008 Usha Mehra Committee recommendations? What did Usha Mehra Committee say? Usha Mehra Committee of 2008 said that let scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, particularly Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, Christians, Jains, they should also get the benefit of quota within quota. Had the Usha Mehra Committee of recommendations of 2008 been put into implementation by the Congress, the Madida community which is today crying that they deserve quota within quota, but they've been left high and dry, they would have got quota within quota.
Okay.
Before the Telangana elections, Revanth Reddy, Rahul Gandhi, sabne kaha, if we come to power in Telangana, the Madiga community will get quota within quota. Kiya aapne? Nahi. So the limited point is this. If the overall pie is limited, if the overall size of the cake is not expanding, and if you're giving a larger share of the cake to somebody else, it is pure common sense that can only happen at the expense of somebody else. So, यदि 100 रुपए हैं, आप कहते हो कि ये 100 रुपए को तो हम एक्सपैंड नहीं कर पाएंगे, बट हम मुसलमानों को 60-70 रुपए देना चाहते हैं, तो फिर बचा क्या? 20-30 रुपए बचे हैं.
Okay, so I think the reason I allowed Sanju Verma to state her case is so that we all understand where she is coming from, and by extension where Amit Shah is coming from and where the Prime Minister are coming from. Now Tehseen Poonawala, look, you can bandy facts with her, it won't change anything, because those that know the facts and they've been presented. So I'm just asking you, we can end this debate right now. We can end it at exactly 7:15 right now by you coming out and saying that the Congress party won't give reservations to Muslims per se. Simple. It can be ended.
Bang on. Should we end it?
Yeah.
Should we end it right now?
Yes.
You stick to your word, but I have to hear Smita ji talk, because on this panel she'll make the most sense. So we'll end it after Smita ji. Let's.
I object to that.
Arey bhai, he's being facetious.
I'm not being facetious. No, I'm not being facetious.
Let him be rhetorical. Sanjay, don't worry, please. Do you think I'm going to listen to him and end it?
Rahul, chill, calm down. Even I'm having fun, man.
Okay, now
calm down.
let's not waste time. I don't have all the time in the world,
Chill,
my
man.
friends. Please.
Chill, man. Calm down.
Okay, chalo. Come on. Tehseen Poonawala.
If you both are done, can I make my point?
Yes,
Okay.
please. Yeah.
We'll end the debate right now, as you committed.
Right.
Ask the two gentlemen that CNN News has interviewed, the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Home Minister, to first withdraw religion-based reservations in OBC from the home state of Gujarat. List number 3, Bafan, exclusively Muslims. Which state? Gujarat. Dafar, Hindus and Muslims. Exclusively Muslims, Fakir. Which? Gujarat. Godhai, Muslims. Galeria, Muslims. By the way, Gujarat. I'm only talking Gujarat. I'm not talking about the rest of the country. Hingora, Muslims. Jat, Hindu Muslims. Gachi, Hindu Muslims. Prime Minister comes from that community. Then Khatki or Kasai, Hindu Muslims, because you have Hindu butchers as well. Exclusively Muslims. Mir, Dhabi, Lagna, all Muslims. Gujarat. Want to go further? Theba, Muslims. Jamadar, Muslims. Banzara, Hindu Muslim. Remember that DG Banzara, who, as per his affidavit, he withdrew. Amit Shah ji was calling him up. Hindu Muslim. Wangir, Hindu Muslim. I gave you exclusive Muslims. Pathai Jamaat, Turk Jamaat, all Muslims. Sipai, Muslims. In Gujarat. या गुजरात में करे तो चमत्कार, कोई और करे तो गुनेगार. ये लॉजिक नहीं चलेगा भाई साहब. That's why BJP is बड़ा झूठा पार्टी. Because even when Amit Shah ji speaks, वो गुजरात की बात नहीं करेंगे, सारी बात करेंगे. Abhi, what I told you on the show, when in fact, I watched Smita ji a few days ago. They started with Machi, then they went on to some other issue, then they went on to today they've gone on to Pakistan. Okay. Now here's my prediction. Next, the Prime Minister Amit Shah going to bring in is Dawood Ibrahim. They have nothing to talk about. Okay. So from Hindu Muslim to Dawood, the circle
very quickly on the points.
They've been exposed. Ask them to withdraw it.
Tehseen Poonawala, on the point.
Ask them to withdraw it.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, in Bihar we have these quotas.
Arey, Bihar thodi na BJP.
No, one second.
BJP 20 years.
One second. And the BJP is there in Bihar also. So, that's a valid question. But let me say to you viewers that in Gujarat, the quota was also brought in by the Congress before Modi. Modi added then a couple of Hindu castes to balance it out, to make it more proportionately representational. So, again viewers, fine, Modi is bad. BJP is bad, they are all hypocrites. What is stopping the Congress from quickly turning this around and saying, yes, we will do it. We promise. Modi, now you go back to your state of Gujarat and cancel it right now. Viewers, why aren't we hearing that from Rahul Gandhi? Is it because perhaps if they come to power, this is precisely the track on which they will also go forth? Smita Prakash, is that the reason why we're not hearing from Rahul Gandhi? Look, it was Rahul Gandhi who brought this up. And let me also tell you, in the state of Karnataka, where a census was conducted, a caste census, an OBC census recently, where is that census, Smita Prakash? It's parked in some safe deposit somewhere, locked away from public view. Why? Why? Smita Prakash. So they're fooling the Muslims, they're fooling the Lingayats, they're fooling the Vocalists, they're fooling everybody. Yeah, go ahead.
Rahul, you've got two people who will defend the Congress, and I'll leave it to Sanju to defend the BJP against them. I think she's capable enough to do that. I just got back from both Karnataka, Andhra, and undivided Andhra, if you want to call that. And let me just tell you that this quota issue is something that I'm taking a non-political stance in this. The quota issue just comes up before every election. I've covered so many of them, but it gets shriller every time. And this time, the way I see it, I'm seeing it through a different prism altogether. You know, I think the 2024 election is the first mega disinformation election, if one is to see that. It's like a forest fire. You know, it's like one sentence by some random politician is getting picked up, twisted out of context, and then megaphoned into becoming a hypersensitive issue, caste being one of them, and wealth distribution. Both these issues, highly emotive issues it's become. And yes, it is possible that Dawood Ibrahim will also come. Why not? He's come before in every election. Pakistan has walked into the election, hasn't it? So everything is becoming, it's like literally every 3 days the issue keeps changing. Now, I think it all started with that 400 pass slogan, and some hotheads in the BJP probably flippantly said that the constitution might be tweaked, and that was picked up by the opposition to make it into a reservation will be done away with. Once they said reservation will be done away with, that took on a steam of its own, and then the BJP had to do the whole Muslim angle. That came in together. So, you know, the messages are getting amplified through WhatsApps, and unfortunately it has gone across the entire country to the various vote banks. Rahul, we are talking about a very serious situation now, where the caste census remark was interpreted into giving it all to Muslims. The wealth distribution was giving it all to the minorities. The minorities have made it into, oh my God, they are going to finish us all. So en masse, the caste system, I mean, it's for everybody. The criteria of OBC was supposed to be for what? For social and educational backward groups, to empower them. But then when you made it into blanket for all Muslims, then you're going the Andhra way. So the Karnataka model got rectified to a certain extent because of legal issues. But in Andhra, it's still there. Or say in Bihar, which you rightfully pointed out, that all Muslims get it. Some way or the other, all Muslims get it. What is the problem in that? The Pasmanda Muslims, which is 80%, who are absolutely backward, they are not getting the benefits. It is the Ashrafi Muslims, the creamy layer. They are the ones who are getting it. If you've been to elite colleges, so have I. We've been privileged enough to be born into families which could send us to those colleges. Who were the minorities who were there? They were people who came in from IAS, IFS backgrounds. You know, they are the ones who took that quota. Who are the ones who took it? Did you really see how many, maybe anecdotal 1 or 2 in the 3 years or 4 years that you studied, or 5 years of undergrad and postgrad? Who are the people who go into the Ivy League campuses in America, who are coming in from India? The ones that are doing it are not the Pasmandas. They are not the cream. They are the ones who have come in. The Ashrafi Muslims are the ones who have benefited from this social hierarchy and the reservations. So it is absolutely necessary to go back to the drawing book. The Pasmandas are themselves getting up and saying, why is it that triple talaq was welcomed by a certain section of Muslims who actually said thank you to the BJP, even if they don't openly say it.
Yes.
There was that chupchap Kamal Chap out there. Why? Because the Pasmanda women were getting empowered through that.
So let's just take this
Ashrafi
forward.
Women are anyway empowered, even though weird statements were made even by them about vote jihad.
Yeah. I think, you've hit the nail on the head, and I want to bring in Sanjay Jha. You see, Sanjay Jha, and I want you to answer this. Maria Alam Khan, who is, by the way, the niece of Salman Khurshid. The interesting part of her bite is not about vote jihad. I felt it was for the first time. It was interesting because for the first time, someone from the Congress ecosystem admitted very openly that Muslims were actually going out there to canvass for the BJP, to organize meetings for BJP candidates, etc. It's the first time, which tells you perhaps why the Congress Sanjay Jha, and please answer this question, is not willing to engage with the Prime Minister, accept his challenge and come out to categorically say, we are not going to go forth with minority quotas within the OBC quotas. It's a very simple declaration. Is it because they are worried that the Muslim vote is going and it might go at such a pace that they may not even have what little they hang on to right now? Sanjay Jha, is that the reason? And please, let's answer the question.
Okay. Rahul, you gave almost 6 minutes to the BJP spokesperson without interruption. I expect the same level of respect for me. So no interruption, and I will get my full 6 minutes. Mostly I have a little more, shall we say, concise and reticent. I'll probably take 3, but I will wrap it up, and I don't want an interruption if you want a fair debate. So please do not interrupt me with a twist that you believe requires to be clarified. I will make my statement. My time starts now. First and foremost, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is unprecedented in his achievement of being accused of having made a hate speech where he polarized the election in the most crude and vulgar way in Rajasthan by targeting Muslims, by making the most what I call as the ridiculous accusations against the Congress. But I guess everyone knows he's a pathological liar. Why would Narendra Modi do that, right?
Because let him finish. Let him finish.
Right now,
let him finish.
what you're
Can you
witnessing
stop abusing
right
the Prime
now,
Minister?
Let him
every
finish.
time
You
you're
can
on
come back
air?
and respond to him. Let him
Can
finish,
I-
please.
Can you stop abusing
Yeah.
the Prime
Please,
Minister
please.
each time you're on air?
Please, they always do.
Two-thirds.
You can come back and
two-thirds.
respond. It's okay.
Yeah, so I've been interrupted already by almost 35-40
Yes,
seconds.
because you're
Here is
abusing
my
the Prime
second.
Minister.
It continues.
You can
How
come
dare
back.
you abuse the
Sanju
Prime
Verma,
Minister?
you are from the BJP. You will get the chance to rebut. Let him finish his point.
Yeah. Now, here is the point. A man, a prime minister of this country who makes false accusations, calls Muslims literally like the reproduction factories, reminded everybody of hum panch, hamare 25 that he uttered during the 2002 period, and basically calling people as infiltrators. What a tragedy for India. Now, let me answer your question on reservations. Are you aware, Rahul, because your channel, by the way, and News18 as a media group has reported it, that the Karnataka chief minister is planning to sue Mr. Modi on defamation, which would be another feather in the cap of Mr. Modi for lying on the fact that there will be a Muslim quota that will be taken away from SC/ST, and we will have to await what Mr. Siddaramaiah does. Point number 3, very important. The Prime Minister has lowered the conversation to such a level that the other day he said कि आपके पास यदि 2 भैंस हैं तो एक भैंस कांग्रेस पार्टी उठा के ले जाएगा.
Are you going to allow this kind of gibberish on your show?
Let him finish.
By
Let
this
him finish.
suspended
Let him
imbecile?
finish.
Point number 4.
By this
Point number
suspended
4.
imbecile?
Let him finish.
Here is a truism on the election. That when the OBC reservations have been there, you cited the case of Bihar, etc. Gujarat, I think Tehseen has done an outstanding job.
Great.
OBC reservation has been there since 1977. And by the way,
So when are we ending it?
I'm ending it, no?
No, not you. When is the Congress ending it? It's such a horrible thing.
Arey, H.D. Deve Gowda introduced it in 1994.
We all know the history. I've recited it.
नहीं, मेरी बात तो सुनिए. In Karnataka, you have had a BJP government before this election.
They scrapped
you had
it.
a BJP government before. तो
They
उन्होंने क्या
scrapped
किया?
it. They scrapped
Have they
it.
done anything?
The
Have they-
Bomai government scrapped it. The court came in and said you can't do it.
Well,
You know their point.
Here is
I'm
the
only
problem.
asking you, please, Sanjay Jha, all this history geography is great. It makes for great television, etc., but it's not making for an informed debate. I'm only asking you.
Exactly.
Fair enough. The BJP has done it in its states. Whatever you want to throw at the BJP, you can. My point is the BJP's spokesperson is out there to convince her audience.
Well, let her
She
do
has
it.
gone with certain facts. I want you to just come out and say, look, at the end of the day, if you're not interested in doing this, giving religious quotas, why don't you just come out and say, no, it won't be
Okay.
done over our dead body?
Yeah,
Rahul,
okay,
may I
Rahul,
come
here
in
is
now?
the short answer to your question.
Yes.
The Congress party, I hope you have read the manifesto, Rahul. I'm assuming you have.
Well, it's very
Congress
ambiguous.
party's, one minute. The Congress party's manifesto repeats not once but several times that will adhere to the constitution of this country.
Yeah.
Unlike the BJP, which threatened to amend the
Rahul, now I
constitution.
need to make my
Well,
point.
you don't think that...
Let me-
No, hang on. There is a point in that constitution, in that manifesto, which says that we are going to do away with the 50% cap. Okay? So it's not as if... And they'll have to do that by moving an amendment, as you know. So it's not
Correct.
as if, everything is that,
And an amendment will
in the
have to go
constitution
through
is
the
written in
parliament.
stone. So please,
Yes.
Sanjay Jha, let
It
us
has
not
to
be
go
so
through
simplistic.
parliament,
My
and there
question
a
is...
Supreme Court.
Okay, viewers, the point is, Sanjay Jha's basic argument boiled down to this. What is in the constitution, we will adhere to. He hasn't said, and neither does the manifesto, categorically rule out, even an addendum to the constitution, the manifesto, could have been put out by now, to say, look, we are not going to in any way implement a quota within quota for Muslims. We haven't got that, and that is the reason why this is such an alive and emotive issue even now. Because it is an Achilles heel. Yes, very quickly, BJP spokesperson Sanju Verma comes in very quickly, and then I want to move on.
We are not
Rahul,
obliged to
I stuck
respond
to
to lies.
Rahul, I stuck to the hard facts.
Yeah.
If you notice in my introductory comment, I did not engage in any form of ad hominem attacks.
True.
But now since Sanjay Jha, the suspended imbecile of the Congress party, has decided to abuse the Prime Minister
You
live
are
on your
allowing
show,
that, Rahul.
in 20 seconds I'll say this.
allowing that,
Now you
huh?
shut up. Now you shut
I
up.
remember this.
Shut up
Okay,
and listen now.
okay, please.
Shut up and listen.
Please.
Rahul, now can I have my 30
Yeah, just
seconds
finish your point, please.
uninterrupted?
Yeah, I need to
Yes.
move on. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Make
Look
it.
at the language of Rahul Gandhi. This video is going viral on social media, and I want Rahul Shiv Shankar's audience to listen to the kind of public discourse that Rahul Gandhi engages in. अरे ये जो नरेंद्र मोदी है ना, ये बहुत बड़ा झूठा है. जब इसका झूठ पकड़ा जाता है, ये थर-थर कांपता है. जब ये थर-थर कांपता है, तब ये चीन की बात करता है. जब ये थर-थर कांपता है, तब ये पाकिस्तान की बात करता है. पर इस बार ये नरेंद्र मोदी बच के निकल नहीं पाएगा. Let your viewers judge. Should an imbecile like
Let your
Rahul
viewers
Gandhi,
know who
who
calls
does not know
you
how to
Shehzada.
respect the sitting Prime Minister of the
Rahul
country,
Okay, look,
Stop
look,
calling him
all these
Shehzada.
words...
Yes.
give any
Okay.
responsibility in the higher echelons of the government?
Okay, viewers, look, spokespersons, this is very, 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 very high stakes. And people use words, and I personally don't like them on this show. They've been mentioned. The Press Council of India will now send us a couple of notices. Smita Prakash, I hope you're going to take up this matter for us and say that the anchor tried very much to counsel these individuals and tell them that please don't bring in all these epithets. They are not in good taste, but they are there, viewers. Unfortunately, this has become, as Smita Prakash was saying, one of those campaigns. Now, whether it will turn into something even worse, we don't know. It's a sad reflection really on where we all are. But the point is, viewers, and I'm coming back to the point. The point is, it's really the moot point. We can end this debate. Neither has Tehseen ended it. He indulged in a bit of whataboutery, saying the BJP should take the lead. They should go ahead and end this. Well, the questions are being asked of the Congress. They are, in a sense, promising in their manifesto, and I can quote this manifesto, institutional and economic survey so that minorities get the benefit of affirmative action. Viewers, read that statement with some others that have been made right after the manifesto was released. It sounds like there is an advocacy for a lot of reservation-based activism. Now, viewers, I want to move on. The last word obviously hasn't been said on this, and we are awaiting the Congress official response. Let's hope that they take up the Prime Minister's challenges. But I need to move on, viewers.